Good morning, everyone. We're back again to break down another MLB slate. But before we get into today's slate, we're going to give a quick slate breakdown of yesterday. So we ended up with a four-man pit and then two minis with Colorado and Texas. And I was fiddling with doing a four-man Texas too. The pivots from Joe and Smith and Jigba to Garcia and Janikowski, which cost us about 20 points, but we ended up cashing pretty easily, almost scored about 200, 198 points, which was well above the line. Um, Strider looked great, another 9K outing, 6 innings in the win, and Kershaw looked good. Um, we were also considering him. So I guess the answer would have been maybe the pit mini with Sawinski. Um, some Texas, and then who we weren't really on, St. Louis did pretty well, and they look good here again today. So maybe we can target them today and take advantage. So as for today's slate, just pull the top stacks here. We got in this order in top stack percentage about 15% for Pittsburgh, and then drops about 10% for the Cards. Colorado and Texas all come in right after that, and then some sneaky stacks I like in terms of minimal ownership. The Mets, Kansas City, and then Philly, especially with these Philly price tags. Turner, Schwarber, Castellanos are all pretty cheap on Fanduel at least. So I'm looking to target them against Clevenger. Let's look at some of the bets. Uh, I also like the Cards a good bit. They might be my top priority here, depending on what the lineup turns out to be. Um, oh, it already came out. Okay. So Goldie, Arenado, Jordan Walker, Tyler O'Neill is pretty cheap, 2,600, and Edmund, they're both 2,600. Contreras, he's looks like he's beginning to heat up a bit. After he did absolutely nothing the first couple weeks, he's gone yard. He went yard twice yesterday and had three 20-point performances before that. So I like them as probably my priority. And then Philly, just to take advantage of Clevenger after he had a pretty good outing last time. I can see him regressing a bit. And then obviously Pitt in cores is still in play against Gomber. You could always go there. I just don't know if I really like them as much as I have the last couple of days. And then Colorado's up there, of course, in the same game. And then Texas against here looks pretty good here. As for pitching, um, I think you had to be on crack to play Justin Steele at 11K. I mean, that's just absurd. He's 1,000 more expensive than Scherzer. I get the matchup is great against Oakland, but let's be honest here, like he's just not an 11 pitcher. Maybe I'm wrong here, but I don't see it. I mean, he's like a mid 9K guy, I think. Scherzer's fine at 10-2. Again, you have to be on crack to play Clevenger at 9-9. Perez, man, I like the Kansas City bats a little bit. Not playing the Pittsburgh pitcher. Trevor Rogers looks to gain a little bit of ownership here, maybe 25%, 20% against San Francisco, which makes sense. Decent K rate guy. Can definitely go to him at 9-1. Morton, obviously, hit or miss. He can mow like nine down, but he really hasn't shown it that much this year yet. And San Diego's not a easy out. Not playing Lauer, definitely not playing Cobb. Syndergaard, I'd rather not. I think the Mets bats look better here. And then Walker is sort of interesting just because he like the price. I think he's like high nines on DraftKings. He's 8K flat on FanDuel. Looks a lot better here. Um, and that's probably it for the pitching pool for myself. I think prioritize Scherzer, Trevor Rogers, and then Walker. And if you have the nuts to play 11K Justin Steele, go for it. But that's not for me. Um, and then I'll wrap up with some home run calls here. So I like Yordong versus Barrios. I guess they're not on the main slate, but I like him to go yard today. I like Schwarber from that Philly stack to go yard. And then I also like Soler to go distance against Cobb. And I guess that should about do it for today's slate. Um, Remember, it locks early today, a couple hours. So just make sure you get your lineups in. Make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll be back here tomorrow.